Hi, everybody. I just wanted to pop on and talk a little bit about the upcoming storm that we have this weekend. If you're in the Binghamton, New York, Southern Tier or Central New York area, what's going on. And so I'm going to be showing some of the National Weather Service products and also some of the forecast models for this system. I'm starting with the Meteogram, which is an hourly weather forecast graph. My point location here is Shenango Forks. So it'll change a little bit if you are towards Syracuse or west towards Elmira. But this gives kind of like a general view of what's expected over the weekend. So right now it's about midday on Friday. And so we're expecting a system to work through Saturday night into Sunday, bringing with it some snow. Should be fairly quick moving, depending on how fast it goes through. Obviously, the slower will have higher accumulations. It moves through pretty quick. It'll mostly be like an overnight type event. But we are looking at significant accumulation, maybe up to like 6 inches in some places. So, definitely something to watch out for if you have to travel over the weekend. So here at the top panel, we have our temperatures and wind chill and dew points. We can see the dew points kind of climbing as we head into the weekend. And if we scroll down a little bit here, we see that increasing relative humidity and precipitation potential here in the brown part of the graph through about, early evening on Sunday or Saturday, I'm sorry, into Sunday morning. So if we look, this is the water equivalent. So even though it says rain, it's not going to fall as rain, but this would be the amount of precipitable water that we have. So we can see the bulk of that coming after about 7 p.m. And kind of wrapping up early morning, around sunrise on Sunday. And if I keep scrolling here in the blue, again, we see these bars here, which indicate snow amounts. So most of it between 7 p.m. on Saturday and about 7 a.m. Yeah, 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. So 12 hours of some heavier snowfall overnight. Okay. So if we look at this is the forecast for the next 2 days. If we look at the National Weather Service forecast discussion, this is where the forecasters are really talking about what they think for the system, what the confidence is in the forecast. Again, they're taking multiple computer models and looking at all sorts of variables and what might happen for this system and what, based on their experience, which model might be trending a little bit more reliable, things like that. So if I go past kind of the near terms, we had some lake effect bands and some little snow squalls this morning. If I go scroll down here, I'm gonna go to the short-term update from 3 a.m. Again, this is Friday at 3 a.m. Winter storm expected Saturday night into Sunday. It looks like most of the total snowfall levels will stay below warning level. So warning level here in central New York is 7 inches. So we're not expected to receive more than that. But again, if it moves a little bit slower than forecasted, there's that potential. But again, it looks like it's going to move through pretty quick. So low amplitude pattern, quick hitting progressive system, Saturday night into Sunday. Still a little bit of uncertainty with the tracks. So we'll take a look at that on the forecast models. There is a surface low over the Ohio Valley. It's going to lift northeast. At the same time, we've got this like westerly flow coming from the upper Midwest and the Great Lakes, kind of on a more like Clipper-esque type path. So those two systems will kind of interact, but that upper system might kind of push things through pretty quick. Okay. Let's see. So they talk a little bit more about some of the uncertainty and some of the, placement of the forecast. Might be some mixing, especially in Northeast Pennsylvania, kind of a wintry mix. But overall, again, they're looking at mostly snow for New York. So if we take a look at the forecast models, I'm going to start, this is on tropical tidbits, numerical model prediction. This is the GFS model. Again, this was run at 12Z on February 7th. You see, you can step through time here, and we see mostly high pressure kind of dominating the Great Lakes region. And as we move through time here, we can see that low, that coastal low forming here, as well as the system kind of approaching from the Great Lakes. And as those two interact, we get a full-fledged low formation. kind of in the Blue Ridge Mountains. And as that moves through here, we see 60 on Sunday. So again, this is Zulu time, this is Greenwich Mean Time. So we have to go back and adjust to Eastern Standard Time if you want actual timing of this. But main thing we want to look at is where the heaviest precipitation looks like. Again, New York getting hit pretty good overnight on Saturday into Sunday with the snow, but again, it exits pretty quick Sunday morning. And then high pressure builds in behind it. So some cold air kind of filling in back there. If we change to the European model, again, let me just back this up here. Right. We can see that same high pressure, right? Our coastal, our low forming here, and this nice zonal flow coming across the country, right? And kind of building up here. Now, in this particular model, again, you'll see that heaviest precipitation or snowfall is maybe towards like the Catskills, downstate region. It's a little bit less in central New York, and then it kind of builds up the coast throughout the day, sorry, into the morning hours. And let's just check one more, the Canadian. And again, let me back this up. Okay, and again, we'll see, something similar. We don't see as dark blues here, so that would mean less accumulation. And again, pretty quickly kind of moving through. So, so overall, again, we're looking at, maybe 3 to 6 inches overnight, Saturday into Sunday. Pretty consistent models, but again, just a little shift in that track could mean more of this mixed precipitation, this pink here, or more snowfall, again, depending on how that shifts and how long it really, holds over central New York or versus how fast it moves through. If it moves through pretty quick, we should be fine by daybreak on Sunday. So, so again, I just wanted to hop on and share a little bit about this upcoming forecast. So enjoy and thanks.